all through my life, there's always a sense that there was something not right with me. Constantly, I was acting as myself, and people would say, why are you acting like this? Why are you walking like this? And it always mortifies me. It's sort of like, oh, okay, I didn't know I was doing something wrong. So when I came to secondary school, my body changing, so in a way that was just hard to accept. It was not the way I identified. I just shut myself off. I couldn't focus on my studies. I retreated into a corner, all the time writing in my diary, like, what is wrong with me? I even turned to religion, because my family is Christian, to find an answer, and nothing worked and nothing helped. And as a result, I predictably did really badly for my A-levels. So serendipitously, I was just walking through a book fair, at the expo, and I found this book, just on a heap, and it was called Cries from Within. And it was co-written by this doctor called S.S. Ratnam and Victor Go. And it had a picture of, on the cover, of a man in a suit, and so he was looking very depressed and very troubled, and then there was a harsh light thrown on him, and the shadow on the wall was a woman's shadow. I picked it up and looked at it, and for the first time in my life, I had the words. I could see that I was not going through this alone. I was just like, oh my God, I'm not crazy. I didn't have to live this fake life anymore. And so that's the moment when I came out to my family, finally. And I said, look, I'm so sorry, but I think this is me. And I burst into tears. And I always felt like I was failing them. But my mother looked at the book very quickly. She looked back at me and she said, don't be scared. We will figure this out.
Compare Quen and me, she has a family support. Yeah, for me, where I do not have the family support, I have to go a longer road. I have to spend more money. I have to depend on myself. To make it alive. Yeah, coming from a very typical conservative family, my family actually does not address me by my preferred pronouns, my preferred name. It will take them quite a while to get it, but slowly but surely they will get there. For the trans community, if they are not well supported when they are younger, they tend to drop out earlier in school. So we do have youths who drop out when they are Sec 2, Sec 3, because they do not feel comfortable, schooling in public schools. To be able to support the trans community, Alicia Community Centre, beginning of this year, we just started our first study support scheme. So we will have weekly classes over here for each subject. And we do N, O, and A levels for the trans community, trans youth.
And I think if we have a safe space where people can express themselves, speak their minds, learn from others, you learn about yourself and decide for yourself the journey you want to take. We're hoping that with the ACC and the help that TransBefrienders are offering to youths, kids today are able to meet their potential, that they are able to find the support that's lacking in institutions that are supposed to support them, but are probably failing them every day in little ways that they're not even aware of. As I participated in Pink Dot was to really to say that I'm being counted, shining a light into the darkness, to say, count me in when we can finally get the government to understand that all we want to do is get on with our lives on equal footing. with the rest of society.